Hey, Caleb Plumley from Caleb Plumley Outdoors. Today we're doing laundry. Yes, it's that exciting. We are going to restore the waterproofness of two of my jackets here and show you how it's done. I'm going to use Nikwax TX Direct Wash-In style waterproofing. This will restore the water beading capabilities of the outer layers of these jackets. Now, both of these jackets have inside waterproofing layers. This is actually a Gore-Tex jacket. There's a membrane in there. This won't restore those layers. What this does is help water bead off the surface. The less water that soaks into the outer surface, the less work that those inner waterproofing layers will have to do. This is going to help the water bead off. I'll show you how these two jackets are behaving in just a second. This one is doing pretty good. And you see, I've even actually tested it. Water's beading off everywhere, but you can notice there's a few spots where the waterproofing has maybe been rubbed off or just worn, and it's soaking into the outer layer. This should fix that. This jacket over here, this is a Striker Ice jacket. This is waterproof. This outer layer is not shedding water like it used to. It actually sucks into this outside layer when I'm out ice fishing now, so I'm going to restore both of these so water sheets off. Let me show you this jacket because this is how water should bead off of something. Take this to my sink. I can run water, and notice it just beads right off of this jacket. This jacket's doing pretty good. Just runs right off. And in fact, if I stop that water, shake the jacket a bit, take a look at it. Notice pretty much dry, but there are a few places where water is actually getting the fabric wet as opposed to just beading off. So that's going to help with this jacket. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the wash. This jacket used to behave just the same. Let me show you what it's doing now. Notice that is not beading up and off of there. It's just sheeting out, and it's actually making this fabric wet. This is what we're trying to fix, this soaking into this outer fabric. Now, this doesn't soak through and get me wet just yet, but the longer I leave it like this, the more it's going to put wear on this jacket. This is preventative maintenance. Okay, before you throw anything in the wash like this, make sure all your zippers are zipped up, all the Velcro's closed. We're going to zip this jacket together in just a second. I actually took the hood off. I'm going to wash the hood separately just to keep it from taking additional wear from tossing around in there. Make sure these are clean. These are pretty clean. All I'm doing is restoring the wash or the waterproofness. Okay, everything's in there. We're going to turn this on. It says to set it to heavy duty and to make sure it's set on the warm water setting. And we're going to make sure that we spin this high, soil level is heavy. No more than 3 garments in there. I actually only have 2. We're going to take this Nikwax and we're just going to pour it right in there. Now, I have a front load washer. I highly recommend using a front load washer for doing this, just because that center spindle in the top load washers, the old style that you can tear your clothing up, can actually put a lot of wear onto your waterproof fabrics. If you have a friend that has a front load, or you can go to a laundromat and do that, great. Simple. Now we're going to let the machine do the work. It's a little while later, wash is complete, spin dry complete. We are going to toss these in the dryer. Alright, we're going to have this on normal dry. We're going to make sure that the temperature setting is on medium. You do not want to cook these things on high. You never want to put your waterproof garments on high heat. It can actually damage the inner liners like Gore-Tex. And then the dry level here, we're going to make sure that we put this on more dry rather than normal dry, just to make sure it's all done. These jackets hold a lot of moisture, and I'll toss it in a little bit longer if it's not completely dry at the end. All right, and we're dry. So blue jacket was already pretty well waterproof, but as you might recall, Striker Ice jacket was not. And we'll actually test the same spot here. Look at that. Water runs right off. It's not absolutely perfect, but boy, that's a heck of a lot better. It's how you waterproof your stuff. Easy.